Hi, this is Lokie from the Windstone forum. I want to preface this video first by saying that this table is not usually this clean. I even lighted a candle for nuance. I really wanted to, impress you guys. I wanted to use this video to show a few items, products, and practices I use that I don't really see in tutorials or don't see discussed much on the forum that could be helpful to some members. I want to tell you the first thing I find pretty helpful when painting paint journals is a full spectrum light bulb. So here we go. And a full spectrum is to more closely mimic daylight, and I find this pretty helpful because due to my work schedule, I mix a lot of paints and paint at night, and I found that, well, nothing's more aggravating to sit there, mix a color, do a whole base coat, think it's beautiful, it's beige, it's gorgeous, it's wonderful, wake up, it's pink. Awful. It's happened to me before. So now I use full spectrum light bulbs to help me, and I'm just going to pan the camera so you can example. There's one right here, and then I'm going to move the light up to a normal incandescent, so usually that would be a full spectrum, but I wanted to show you the more yellow tint in that. So then here we go, and then we'll move back to the workstation. Another thing that I've found to be so extremely helpful, lighted magnifying glasses, reading glasses. So helpful. They were from a gift from somebody. So you flip them on. They got little LED lights. I'm going to turn this light off just to help you see a little bit better. So here you go. I put them on right over my regular glasses. Lean them down a little bit because they're reading glasses. They magnify because they got lights. It's great for detail. I cannot imagine living without these now. They're just so wonderful. I can get so many details and see so many nooks and crevices this way. Another thing I've started to do that I found really helpful is to do a numbered sheet. So if I mix a color, I love that color, it's great, wonderful, I'm like, yay! Then what I'll do is I'll put a little swatch of that color down, use the formula I used to do it, put it, and then put the number that corresponds to the jar it's in. So that way if I'm going back to need a color, I can go to that color. I have the jar. I also have the formula in case I need to repaint it. By having the swatched here, even though this is a pretty clean swatch, if I ever run out of this color and I need to repaint it, I just take it, I mix it, and I could just paint the color right next to it, and then I say, oh no, needs a little more purple, it's not as red enough, so then I can just, add a little more purple, and then re-put another swatch, see, and to get close enough to the color. Another thing I found really helpful is wearing a glove on my left hand. Now, because I'll paint for a while, the natural oils in my hands, I'm worried about it being on the piece, causing the natural oils to be there, make it less clean, especially if I have to put a clear coat on it. And as you can see, I also find it helpful because while I'm painting, if I have some excess, I can just wipe a little of the excess off to help it right here. Also, when I'm just matching colors, so if I do it in here and I say, oh, that doesn't look quite like it. Airbrush fluids to thin my paint. I know some people use water, but I'll use a mix of two things, a thing called a airbrush extender fluid and then just airbrush medium. The airbrush medium has a little retarder in it, so if I want a little retarder, I use a little bit of the airbrush medium. If I want less retarder, then I'll use the airbrush extender, and as you can see, it's very fluid, and this way I don't have to worry so much of possibly using too much water and having the paint bond be compromised. Okay, this concludes my video because I'm running out of time. I feel like there's so much more I can say, but unfortunately 5 minutes is 5 minutes, and thank you guys.